big mares, dazzling them at Del Mar, worthy of a tiara. All this coming up on Horses and Courses.
This is the OTB Television Network.
One back, boss.
The Off-Track Betting Television Network presents Horses and Courses, OTB Thoroughbred News with your host, Jack Wolfeseeder. And now with a look at this week's news in the thoroughbred industry, here's Jack.
And hello again, everyone. Welcome to this week's edition of Horses and Courses, an excellent lineup of thoroughbred racing from coast to coast on tap for you again this weekend. Put you in that Saratoga frame of mind as we're on the doorstep for the opening of the 1998 season here in the great Northeast, the area's only true professional sport, major league professional sport, right up here at Saratoga. We've got a terrific lineup of races from around the country this past weekend. We want to get as many in as we can for you. So let's start right in. Going down to Calder in Miami, the Roman Brothers Stakes was the featured race on Saturday afternoon for our 3-year-old Florida breds, scheduled on the grass, and they had a ton of entrants, so they did split the race. It's a mile and a 16th distance and the $50,000 purse per division. Let's take a look at Division 1. Here's Phil Saltzman starting us off with the call.
They went 3/4 in 1:11-1. There's a quarter of a mile to go in the Roman Brothers Stakes, and Bo Dance is trying to take him all the way. Still leads by a length. Festive Bitter moves up on the outside. Judith's Temper to the far outside comes on next. We Concur at the hedge. They're in the final eighth now. Bo Dancer clings to the lead by a length. On the outside, that's Judith's Temper coming on. Then from between horses, Festive Bitter to the inside, We Concur. Deep stretch. Bo Dancer, Judith's Temper on the outside. Bo Dancer gamely takes the Roman Brother.
Hey, here's Bo Dancer to start it off with a half-length score. Gary Belanger in the irons, this 3-year-old Florida-bred son of Robin Dancer, trained by Dennis Edbert, gets his third win in a row, sent off at 5-2. Finishing second, we had Judith's Temper. Brian's Trust gets the show spot, 142 flat for Bo Dancer in the first division of the Roman Brother. All right, that was the 8th race. Now the second division of the Roman Brother was Saturday's 11th race down in Miami. Again, let's pick them up. Here's Phil with the call.
3/4, 112 flat, and they're at the top of the stretch. On the outside, moving to get the lead, dispersed the wave. Buck and Frolic down the far outside. Between them, it's Sword of Freedom. Victor K finds room at the hedge. Then to the outside, Sign of a Bird. They come to deep stretch. From between horses, it's Sword of Freedom with the lead. On the outside, Buck and Frolic. Here's the wire. Sword of Freedom takes the Roman Brothers, the second division.
Sword of Freedom, Enrique Girardo in the irons for a length and a quarter score for Leo Espura. This Sword Dance 3-year-old sent off at 5-1, comes up with a very nice closing effort here to get the win. Broke his maiden a couple of races back, and now in his first stakes try comes up a winner. Sign of a Bird and Buck and Frolic, they'll be the place and show runners. Sword of Freedom's mile and a 16th, a little slower than the first division. He goes it in 142-4. Okay, from Florida, let's go up to Maryland and take a look at the Laurel featured race. Saturday afternoon, we had the All Brandy handicap. State-bred fillies and mares going postward for a mile and an eighth, $75,000. The guaranteed purse on the All Brandy. Dave Rodman at Laurel describes the race for us.
Round that far turn they go, and it is absolutely Queenie. Proud Run, another try on the outside. Missy Deer is next, and Only Ali. Earth to Jackie still down inside, followed by Snit in between. Termly second to last, and Tough Broad is the trailer. Absolutely Queenie trying to go all the way here. Proud Run on the outside, Only Ali third on the inside. Absolutely Queenie turning them all back. Proud Run, Only Ali is next. Earth to Jackie finally got the room needed, starts to run on, but it might be too late. Indeed, it is too late. Absolutely Queenie. Absolutely great this afternoon, going wire to wire. Absolutely Queenie, Proud Run, Earth to Jackie, Only Ali in a show.
Absolutely Queenie sent to the front and never looked back. 2-length score here, sent off at 19-1. Ding! $40 on Absolutely Queenie. Hey, her first win since last September. Bessie Gruel is the trainer. Congratulations. Proud Run, Earth to Jackie, place and show mares in the race. 149 on the lawn, running time for Absolutely Queenie, Saturday at Laurel. To Monmouth Park on Saturday afternoon, the Reeve Schley Stakes for our 3-year-old fillies, $100,000 in guaranteed purse monies. We're going 1 mile and a 16th on the Monmouth lawn. Down to Oceanport, Larry Colmus describing the race for us.
It's Barracuda by a neck. Who Did It and Run right there second to the outside. Iman Positive Energy just in behind them. Magic Way running in fifth. Then it's House Virgin, Sierra Virgin trying to come through on the inside. A 3-wide NASCAR's Delight is next. And then Lazy Sluzen and Who Did It and Run takes the lead on the far turn. But Positive Energy is let loose by Beckner, and here she comes. Barracuda's hanging in well. 3/4, 112 flat. It's Who Did It and Run. Positive Energy to the outside. These two battling headlong through the last furlong. Joe Bravo getting more from Who Did It and Run. Positive Energy can't go with her, and Who Did It and Run is opening up late. She wins the Reeve Schley Junior Stakes.
Well, the Mother Goose was a throw out there as she was buried. Now they retooled her. Debbie Soanes, her own trainer, does, and she comes back here and strolls home to a very nice 2 3/4 length score. Joe Bravo up this time around on Who Did It and Run. They made her 3-5. They knew what they were doing here. She'll keep to the grass for the time being as she gets win number 7 out of 11 starts. Positive Energy, good effort here, finishes second. NASCAR's Delight gets the show spot. Who Did It and Run, the Queen of Jersey, goes her 1 mile and a 16th in the Reeve Schley in 1 minute 42 seconds on the button. Sunday afternoon at Monmouth, 2-year-old fillies in the Colleen Stakes, 5.5 sprint furlongs. The distance, it's a $50,000 guaranteed purse for these little juvenile gals. Let's take a look at them. Again, Larry gives us the call.
Moving to the top of the stretch, Paved in Gold is in front. Bold Sapper right behind second. Betty Star third in the middle of the track, and Lord Jim furlong to run. It's Paved in Gold. Paved in Gold by 2.5. And then on the far outside, Betty Star, Bold Sapper third. Paved in Gold and Tommy Turner keep the lead in deep stretch. And Paved in Gold will hold on to win the Colleen.
Paved in Gold, a half-length score in the Colleen, off at 5-1. This Carson City 2-year-old filly running like her daddy. Speed, speed, speed for trainer Mike Trevigno. Gets the job done. Tommy Turner in the irons. Betty Star was the 8-5 favorite, and she'll have to settle for the place spot. Bold Sapper gets the show money. Paved in Gold speeds her 5.5 furlongs Sunday at Monmouth, 105 flat. At the Delaware Park, Saturday and Sunday, 6 big stake races for you. Big weekend down in Wilmington. 3 Saturday, 3 Sunday. Let's start you off with the Robert M. Carpenter Memorial Handicap on Saturday afternoon. 100,000, the guaranteed purse, 1 mile and a 16th. The distance is John Curran with the call.
And they're off in the Carpenter Memorial. Christian Soldier being asked for speed in the early going. From the outside, Shrike down toward the inside. Forest Lover is there, along with Pennant Flag, as they race into the first turn. Forest Lover is going to come out with a slim advantage. Shrike has the inside track in second. Christian Soldier up on the outside, now taking over second. Followed by Shrike back in third. Then Pennant Flag settles into fourth. Come On Get Happy saves ground nicely with a rail in fifth. Kerfoot Corner next in line, followed by Draw. And your trailer is Scottish Dancer, about 10 lengths off the lead after a quarter and a good 22-4. 6 furlongs to go. Forest Lover leads it by a length. Christian Soldier racing second, about 2 lengths further back to Shrike going along nicely in third. Pennant Flag is racing fourth. Come On Get Happy on the inside of Kerfoot Corner. Then comes Draw about 7 lengths off the lead and a gap of 3.5 more. Your trailer Scottish Dancer. Just over a half mile to go, opening half in 45-4. Forest Lover leads it by a half. Christian Soldier right there chasing second. Shrike and Pennant Flag are moving in tandem. Come On Get Happy on the inside, followed by Draw now up into sixth. Kerfoot Corner next in line, and Scottish Dancer the trailer into the turn. Forest Lover's trying to take them wire to wire, but it's been a hotly contested pace. Up on the outside, Shrike is racing second, then Pennant Flag toward the inside. Christian Soldier Draw up on the outside. Come On Get Happy needs some racing room down on the inside. A quarter to go, and they've still got Forest Lover to catch. Sizzle the 6 in 109-4, and Forest Lover's not throwing in the towel. Leads it by about into second, followed by Come On Get Happy, who's now free and putting in a run. Under an eighth to go. Forest Lover's trying to hang on. Draw seems to have dead aim on the outside. Forest Lover and Draw. Forest Lover, Draw. Draw on the outside. Get it in the final 50 yards. Forest Lover.
Draw gets up in the last jump for a next score. Rick Wilson in the iron, sent off at 8-5, so it doesn't disappoint the favorite players. But look at those long shot players. They were hoping Forest Lover at 31-1 could hang on, and he just can't quite hold off Draw and has to settle for the place spot. Finishing in the third position, Come On Get Happy. Draw, trained by Shug McGee, owned by Stu Janney. Nice close here to get the money, a private account runner. He goes the mile and a 16th in 1:41-3. All right, the Delaware 6th race on Saturday's card, the Robert G. Dick Memorial Handicap. Fillies and mares are on the grass at a mile and a 16th, another 100 grander. Again, we've got John describing the race for us.
And they're off in the Bob Dick Memorial. Memories of Silver gets away well. Champagne Royal up on the outside. The challenge in the early going. For the inside, Fickle Fate. Followed by Cut the Cuteness, and Overcharge will drop into last as they come off the chute. And it's Memories of Silver under a snug hold by Pat Day and Champagne Royal and Julie Crone. They're just jogging in the early going. It's a tactical race so far, followed by Cut the Cuteness and Fickle Fate and Overcharger. He likes to drop far behind, is only about 4 lengths off the lead after a very snail-like quarter in 25-3 as they curl around that turn. It's Memories of Silver leading it by about 1.25 lengths. Champagne Royal racing second with Cut the Cuteness a close-up third. 2 lengths to Fickle Fate, and Overcharger continues to trail as they make their way down the backstretch. Memories of Silver still jogging on the front end, joined by Champagne Royal once again. Another 1.75 lengths to Cut the Cuteness within striking distance. 2 more to Fickle Fate, and the same gap to Overcharger, now about 6 lengths off the lead. Half in 49-3, just over a half mile to go. Memories of Silver still leads it, untaxed on the front end by 3 parts. Champagne Royal is right there in second with Cut the Cuteness in third. A gap of now 2.5 lengths to Fickle Fate and Overcharger as the tempo quickens into the turn. Memories of Silver leads it by about a neck. Champagne Royal's trying to stay with her in second. Cut the Cuteness is now all out to keep pace in third. Then Fickle Fate and Overcharger as they turn for home. 6-13-3. Pat Day should have a lot left on Memories of Silver, but Champagne Royal is not going to throw in the towel. She's going to make her work. Memories of Silver by 3 parts. Champagne Royal racing second, then a gap of 3 to Cut the Cuteness, but Memories of Silver, a winning performance. All she had to do will win this one, going away by 3.5 lengths. Champagne Royal second, up on the outside, Fickle Fate up for third.
Well, Memory Circle gets her first victory since last year's Beverly D at Arlington. Pat Day up for Jimmy Toner. An easy wire job here, running off by 3.25 lengths, this daughter of Silverhawk. 1-5, so she better run off. Champagne Royal and Fickle Fate, they'll be the place and show runners to round out the gimmick wagering. Memories of Silver back in the win column. She goes the mile and a 16th in 1:43-3. And Saturday's main attraction down at Wilmington was this year's running of the mile and a 16th Delaware Oaks. $200,000, the guaranteed purse on the Oaks. 3-year-old fillies, of course. Again, here's John Curran describing this year's Delaware Oaks.
We're set, and they're off. In the Delaware Oaks, City Dance Missy breaks alertly in between horses for that early lead. Up on the outside, Nickel Classic with the rail, that's Lou Ravi. Memories of Gold under a nice hold in fourth. Taffy Davenport up on the outside fifth. Then comes Added Gold. Trailers are Petulance and Mudslinger as they race into the turn. City Dance Missy comes out on top by about a length. Lou Ravi has that rail in second. Nickel Classic now moves up alongside third. Memories of Gold back in fourth. Taffy Davenport up on the far outside racing in fifth with Added Gold right there between horses. No one wants to give up their position right now. Then a gap of 2 to Mudslinger, and Petulance is about 7 or 8 lengths off the lead after a quarter in 23-1. As they bound down the Delaware backstretch, it's City Dance Missy leading it by 1. Nickel Classic has taken over second up on the outside of Lou Ravi. Then comes in between horses, Memories of Gold and Taffy Davenport. Next in line, it's Added Gold, then Mudslinger, and a gap of 2.5 to Petulance, still about 7 lengths off the lead. Half in 47 flat, and it's City Dance Missy on the front end, still by a length. With Nickel Classic, Lou Ravi still in a good spot on the inside third. Memories of Gold racing in fourth. She's going to need more. Up on the outside, Taffy Davenport. Next in line, that's Mudslinger beginning to move up. Then Added Gold and Petulance. Only 5 lengths separates this field with a quarter to go. And it's still the hometown horse, City Dance Missy. Now challenged by Nickel Classic. They're head to head. Lou Ravi's trying to angle off the rail, racing third. The 6 win in 111 flat as they turn for home. And Nickel Classic now pounces and gets the lead. City Dance Missy has retreated. Lou Ravi's trying to rally and going after Nickel Classic. Nickel Classic by a length. On the outside, Lou Ravi has dead aim. It's Nickel Classic on the inside. Lou Ravi's trying to wear her down on the outside. Nickel Classic and Lou Ravi. It's going to be tight. It's a tight one. Nickel Classic may have held off. Lou Ravi.
Nickel Classic gets the Oaks by a nose. Calvin Burrell in the irons for trainer Mark Danner gets her second in a row, and she hasn't been off the board in her last 8 starts. A nice runner, daughter of Regal Classic. Lou Ravi, tough loss here, has to settle for the second spot. Taffy Davenport finishing in the show position. Nickel Classic, mile and a 16th in the Delaware Oaks, 142-4. All right, now let's get into Sunday's action at Delaware Park. The Endine Stakes, a 6-furlong sprint, $75,000. The guaranteed purse on the race. We've got fillies and mares scooting around the oval. Johnny Curran again with the call.
To the highway for Heroes. On the inside, Little Sister. Day's asking everything from her. On the outside, Sovereign Lady trying to overcome that bad start. And Sovereign Lady got off bad, but is finishing great. In between them, Weather Vane. Little Sister has no more answers. Mike Smith provides the skills. Sovereign Lady provides the memories as the winner of the Endine Stakes. Second, Weather Vane, and third, Little Sister.
Well, Shug was down there with a couple of runners for the Sunday Stakes at Delaware. Sends off Sovereign Lady at the 8-5 favorite, and she just rolls on in by 3 1/4 lengths. Mike Smith went down for the ride. She took the lead at the quarter pole, and that was that. Weather Vane, we've seen her so many times. She's on the board again in another nice effort, finishing second. Little Sister gets the show money. Sovereign Ladies, 6 furlongs in the Endine, 109-2. The middle co-feature on Sunday's card at Delaware, the Kent Breeders' Cup handicap. We're on the grass, and we've got 3-year-olds going postward here. Mile and a furlong the distance, $200,000 is the added purse on the Kent. Again, John describes the action.
And they're off in the Kent Breeders' Cup. Skedaddle Dancer toward the inside. Soldier Field between horses on the far outside. Keen Dancer's looking for a spot as they make their way down the chute on the outside. Keen Dancer. Soldier Field is right there, and Skedaddle Dancer, it's a close-up third. Now the length and a half to Win Quest up on the outside, that's up front. Essential has the rail, followed by Still Married alongside Daring Derek is tugging at the bit. Next in line, that's Red Reef, followed by Crowd Pleaser under a snug hold, and Danielle's Gray already a dozen lengths off the lead as they race into the turn. Soldier Field, Daring Dancer. Daring Dancer getting a bit wide around the bend. Soldier Field saving all the ground, leads it by half a length. Keen Dancer is racing in second up on the outside. Daring Derek continues to go in third. To the inside, Skedaddle Dancer. Also racing between horses, that's Red Reef. Then comes Win Quest, another 2 lengths to Still Married. Essential has the inside track as they make their way down the backstretch. Quarter in 24 and 4. The half in 49 flat. It's a very leisurely tempo. And it's Keen Dancer and Pat Day leading it by a half. Daring Derek now right there in second. 2 lengths to Soldier Field in third. Windquest toward the inside. Up front is up on the outside. Now Still Married looking to move up on the inside of Skedaddle Dancer. Then comes Red Reef and Crowd Pleaser, followed by Essential, and Daniels Gray is the trailer. The 6 in 1:13, 3/8 to go. Keen Dancer to catch, leads it by 2. Windquest is running a good race up on the inside in second. Daring Derek is fading. Soldier Field next in line, Still Married toward the inside as Red Reef is trying to rally on the far outside as they turn for home, and Keen Dancer and Day, the one they've got to catch, leads it by 2. Windquest is racing in second. Red Reef up on the outside. Danielle's Gray, a late run from the far outside. They've got a 16th to go. Keen Dancer's all out, and Keen Dancer won't be caught today. The battle's for second. Red Reef is hanging on a second. Danielle's Gray up on the outside, and Crowd Pleaser are closing fourth.
Hey, this 3-year-old colt is by Seattle Dancer, Keen Dancer with Pat Day in the saddle. A 3-length score, just runs away from in the stretch for trainer David Carroll. A 2-to-1 choice here, gets the victory. Red Reef was up for second. Danielle's Gray finishing in the show position. Keen Dancer going the 1 1/4 furlong in the Delaware Kent Sunday on the grass in 1:50 and 3. And the main attraction on Sunday afternoon, this year's running of the Delaware Handicap. Always one of the most prestigious races for fillies and mares on the racing calendar each year. It's at the classic distance of 1 1/4 miles. We've got $500,000 on the line here. Big money for these big mares. Let's take a look at them. John Curran gives us the call of this year's Del Cap.
And they're off. Relaxing Rhythm stumbled a bit at the break, but quickly regains her stride. But Sweet Misty, as expected, will gun for and get that early lead. Goes right to the rail under Art Madrid. And Sweet Misty leads it by 2. Up on the far outside, Toop in a good spot early on second. Relaxing Rhythm trying to settle into third. Gina has the rail in fourth, followed by One Rich Lady in fifth. Tuxedo Junction up on the outside. Winter Melody has the rail. The trailers are Amarillo and Timely Broad. It's been a leisurely first quarter as Sweet Misty has given away to Agena. The quarter in 24 seconds flat. Mike Smith sensed that slow tempo, and Agena leads it by almost a full length. Sweet Mist on the inside is racing second. Up on the outside, Relaxing Rhythm settles nicely in third. 3.5 lengths to Toop and One Rich Lady toward the inside. They're side by side. A gap of 5 lengths to Tuxedo Junction on the outside of Winter Melody. Then Amarillo and Timely Broad. As they make their way around the turn, half in 47 and 3. They've got 6 furlongs to go, and Agena is on the front end by a length, but Relaxing Rhythm is right there in second. Sweet Misty is a close-up third. 2 lengths further back to One Rich Lady, who's edging a bit closer in fourth for Migliori. Then a gap of 2 to Toop. 4 more lengths further back to Amarillo. On the outside, Tuxedo Junction on the inside. Winter Melody McCarthy yet to get that one underway, and Timely Broad, your trailer about 11 lengths off the lead. The 6 went in 1:12 and 1. It's been a moderate tempo into the turn, and Agena leads it with Relaxing Rhythm breathing down her neck in second. Sweet Misty still hanging in there. One Rich Lady on the outside fourth. Then Amarillo's running a good race in fifth, moving up on the outside now, followed by Tuxedo Junction. Timely Broad is also on the move. Winter Melody on the inside will need some racing room. And Toop is the trailer. Wide open affair. Quarter to go on the Del Cap. Agena on the front end. Amarillo's making a bid. Relaxing Rhythm. Does she have it? Her 8-race streak is on the line. As they turn for home, Amarillo. One Rich Lady now. And One Rich Lady to the front. Amarillo's charging on the outside. Here comes Tuxedo Junction. Agena looks like a beaten horse. It's Amarillo. This could be a big upset. Amarillo will win the Delaware Handicap. Tuxedo Junction racing second, tight for third. Timely Broad on the inside. One Rich Lady.
Well, when the 4 to 5 favorite finishes 7th, and that would be Relaxing Rhythm, you know we're going to have some prizes here, folks. Amarillo with Julie in the irons, 3/4 of a length score, 41 to 1 shot. Ding! $85.80 on Amarillo, and a terrific close here to win the Del Cap. Finishing second was 25 to 1 shot, Tuxedo Junction. And in the third spot, we have Timely Broad, who went off at a mere 108 to 1. Wow. Amarillo winning the Delaware Handicap in the time of 2:04 and 1. All right, let's take our first break here. When we come out the break, we've got action from Ellis Del Mar underway. We'll take a look at a Hawthorne race for you. We've got Louisiana Downs, and of course, close out the Belmont meeting. Much more to come. Don't go away. Be right back after these messages. All right, Ellis Park on Saturday and Sunday. We've got the 2-year-olds in action. First up on Saturday, it's the fillies, 2-year-old fillies in the Magnolia Stakes, 6 furlong sprint here. $50,000 is the guaranteed purse in Henderson, Kentucky. Let's go to Nick Capurro for the call.
On the turn into the stretch, Stormin' Hannah from the outside puts ahead in front of Forever Maisie at the rail. A gap then of 3. Finishing very fast up the inside is Drive Through Blues. They're into the final furlong. Stormin' Hannah leads it as Drive Through Blues finishing well. On the wide outside is Mining Miss Harriet. At the line, it's Mining Miss Harriet who now takes it from Stormin' Hannah.
Mining Miss Harriet gets a length score. She's running last up the backside. Comes 5 wide and driving for trainer Charlie Dickey. She's a 2-year-old daughter of Mining, as you would suspect. Sent off at 3-1 and gets the score. Francisco Torres in the irons. Stormin' Hannah will be the place filly. Drive Through Blues. Try to come up the inside, make it a nice run, and gets the show money. Mining Miss Harriet, her 6 furlongs at Ellis on Saturday, 1:13 flat. Sunday afternoon, the 2-year-old colts went their 6 furlongs in the Sequoia Stakes. Again, 50,000 in guaranteed monies. And again, here's Nick describing the race for us.
They round the turn and approach the top of the stretch. Over Fan against the rail with the call by a half length to Lake Carson. Alley's Alley boxed in just behind them on the rail awaiting room as they come into the final furlong. Over Fan still with it. Alley's Alley against the rail now gets through to show in front. From the outside comes McKendry, then Lake Carson, but at the line, Alley's Alley is going away.
Alley's Alley. Up the rail is this 2-year-old son of Al Wahush for a 3.5 length margin victory in the Sequoia on Sunday. Pat Johnson in the saddle for trainer John Tamaro. McKendry was the 4-5 favorite and has to settle for the place spot. Late Carson, another one of those Carson City 2-year-olds, finishing in the 3rd position. Alley's Alley goes the 6 furlongs in the Sequoia in 12 flat. Saturday afternoon's feature race in Chicago at Hawthorne was the Robert F. Carey Memorial Handicap flat mile on the grass, $150,000 in guaranteed purse monies for the older horses. Kevin Gomer in the Windy City describes the race.
Are at the post, and they're off. And quick to begin, fun to run down at the rail. Up on the outside, Booked Up is going after the lead also. That's using the old bean out of the gate 3rd, Aboriginal Apex 4th, Wild Event takes 5th as they pass Carey's corner and round the clubhouse turn. Soviet Line down at the rail is running in 6th, Brush with Pride on the outside 7th, Honor Glide 8th, followed by Chrysalis House running in 9th, and the trailer is a Majestic Jove. They round the turn, straighten up onto the backstretch, and Fun to Run has the lead, has opened up a 4-length advantage. Aboriginal Apex on the outside have Booked Up the top 3, and then Wild Event running in 4th, followed by That's Using the Old Bean in 5th. Soviet Line 6th, Brush with Pride 7th. Honor Glide is in traffic. He's running in 8th, and then it is back to Chrysalis House, and the trailer is Majestic Jove. Opening quarter in 23, the half in 45 and 2. Moving to the far turn, and Long Shot Fun to Run has the lead, but the field catching with each stride. Aboriginal Apex into 2nd. Wild Event's going going after the leader now from third. Brush with Pride gearing up to launch a challenge in fourth, booked up in between, running in fifth, and then it is back to Soviet Line in sixth. Chrysalis House and Honor Glide maneuvering for running room. They're at the top of the home stretch, and Wild Event strikes the front a furlong and a half from home. On the outside, Brush with Pride, Fun to Run still game. Through on the inside, Soviet Line. Soviet Line threads the needle on the inside and sprints to the lead. Fun to Run on the outside second, Wild Event third. It is Soviet Line in front. Soviet Line wins the Kerry going away.
Well, a good strong finish here for Soviet Line and Shane Sellers. For Kieran McLaughlin, first or second in his last 4 starts, so a solid turf performer here gets the victory. 7-5 favorite, 3 parts of a length. Fun to Run, price horse there, try to upset him, but not quite good enough to hold off Soviet Line, has to settle for the place spot. Then we've got Wild Event finishing in the show position. Soviet Line going the mile in the Kerry Memorial, 1:33.2. Remington Park on Saturday afternoon, the Remington Breeders' Cup Handicap, the featured attraction. We're at a grass race at a mile and a furlong, older horses for $150,000. And added purse money is Jim Byers in Oklahoma City with the running.
Go! Yaktan is being gunned for the lead from the outside. Burbank began well on the inside, and those two hook up early on. Composer was out quickly and is in the second flight along with Marastani, and Alamocitos is at the back end of the field. Alamocitos gains out of that trailer spot now as they leave the chute, and a pitched battle up front. Burbank on the inside, Yaktan to the outside. The top 2 choices stride for stride with a lap to the finish. Then a gap of some 6 lengths, and Alamocitos is racing now in third position. Marastani alongside in fourth, and Composer has dropped back to trail the field in fifth, some 10 lengths off that leading group, as Don Pettinger and Burbank on the inside have the lead by a neck. Brian Peck and Yaktan right alongside in second, and they are dueling as they head on to the backstretch. Still now 7 lengths clear of Alamocitos, a distant third. Marastani, 1 path off the rail, is running next to last. Composer is trailing the field with a half mile to go. It is still Burbank on the inside. Burbank maintains a short lead. Now it's a half-length advantage. Yaktan, unable to make the lead today, is racing in second by a good 5, followed by Marastani and Alamocitos. They're racing together, and Composer is switched off the rail for clear sailing now as the field takes close order as they arrive at the far turn. Yaktan has dropped back. Burbank now finds the lead by some 2 lengths. Here comes Composer on the far outside, 3 wide, gaining into second position, followed by Alamocitos toward the inside in third. Marastani is right alongside him. Yaktan has dropped back to last. Burbank has the lead in the upper stretch. Composer is a length and a half back in second, followed to the far outside by Marastani, who's racing in third, but now it appears to be between Burbank on the inside and Composer trying to get him from the outside. Composer goes to the lead late in the Remington Park Breeders' Cup. It's Composer drawing clear from Burbank by 3 lengths.
Composer, the son of Easy Go, was absolute, going up the backstretch, just dawdling along, then kicks it into gear and roars by the other 4 horses to get the nice 2 1/4 length score. Burbank was second, Marastani finishing third. Yaktan, 4-5, didn't beat a horse, finished 5th and last. Composer, trained by Dale Romans, goes the mile and a furlong at Remington in 1:48.4. Sunday afternoon in Oklahoma, we had the Edmond Handicap, older horses on the main track at a mile and a furlong, 150 thou, the guaranteed purse. Again, Jim Byers with the call.
They're in the gate. They're off. Gentleman Bow broke best, and Gentleman Bow heads toward the lead. Family Calling right with them on the outside. Proudly We Hail on the inside is third. Bebop and Baby is fourth. And Stormy Diplomat is at the back end of the field as the quintet moves into the clubhouse turn. Family Calling right there on the outside of Gentleman Bow. Gentleman Bow and Family Calling, they're doing battle as they round that clubhouse turn. Proudly We Hail sits just off the leading duo, 3 lengths off the lead, running in third position, followed by Bebop and Baby, who's 1 path off the rail in fourth. Stormy Diplomat remains the trailer in fifth. racing in 3 distinct flights as they move on to the backstretch. A short lead for Gentleman Beau and Tim Ducey on the inside. Don Pettinger and Family Calling right alongside, though. And then 3.5 lengths to Proudly We Hail, who's racing in tandem with Bebop and Baby, who's 4th on the outside. Then another 4-length break. Back to the long shot Stormy Diplomat, who trails the field. They have a half mile to the finish. And it's Gentleman Beau on the inside with a short lead. Family Calling right alongside in second. Then 3.5 lengths still to Proudly We Hail, racing in third. Bebop and Baby has been a path off the rail all the way around and races in fourth. And Stormy Diplomat, in touch with the rest of the field, is racing in fifth. Now 8 lengths would cover the group as Family Calling sticks ahead in front as they come to the top of the stretch. Gentleman Beau tries to stay with them, and then it's only 2 lengths then to Proudly We Hail, who's moved off the rail for Clear Sailing in third. Stormy Diplomat is moving up toward the inside in fourth, and Bebop and Baby is 5th and last. In the upper stretch, Family Calling has taken over. Then Gentleman Beau on the inside, Proudly We Hail and Stormy Diplomat is steered outside. Family Calling leads it as they come to the final 16th of the Edmund Handicap. Proudly We Hail is next, then Gentleman Beau. Family Calling is still undefeated at Remington Park as he takes the Edmund clear.
Family Calling is a son of Mr. Prospector, trained by Donnie Von Hamel. They made him 5-1, and he comes romping on in by 2 3/4 lengths with Donnie Pettinger in the irons. Proudly We Hail and Gentleman Beau, they're the place and show runners in the Edmund. Family Calling goes the mile and a furlong in 1:48 3. Bossier City, Louisiana Downs, the Arklatex, the tri-state race there. Arkansas, Louisiana, and Texas. Nice handicap for the older horses. $125,000, the guaranteed purse. They're going a mile and a furlong. Here's Chris Kudelak with the call of the Arklatex.
In the 98 Arklatex handicap, and there they go, and there goes Precocity going right up to the front. Scott Scoundrel broke sharp. He's right there second with Dickie Ricky and an ounce, and the 4 are in a line as they move past the stands with Scott Scoundrel just in front. An ounce is now second. Dickie Ricky from between horses third. Precocity is now back fourth. He's about 3 from the front as they go into the turn and being angled right to the rail. Scott Scoundrel and an ounce will go to the 7/8 pole just necks apart with Dickie Ricky off them in third. Gonzalez has Precocity saving ground at the rail, but he's not dropping back too far. Precocity is right there, just 3 lengths from Scott Scoundrel as they go to the 3/4 mile pole. Austin Lovelace and Scott Scoundrel, but Kurt Bork has an ounce right alongside. These two just heads apart as they straighten away down the backstretch, and now an ounce gets ahead, now a neck in front. Scott Scoundrel in second, Dickie Ricky in third. Precocity is still fourth at the 5/8 pole, but just 3 from the front, and Lovelace wants a little more from Scott Scoundrel, and Scott Scoundrel gives it. Scott Scoundrel comes right back on, an ounce now back into second. Dickie Ricky and Precocity now on even terms at the half-mile pole. They're just 2 from the front. The field right together as they go for the far turn. Scott Scoundrel still just in front of an ounce. An ounce comes right back on now at the 3/8 pole. Those two just nostrils apart. Dickie Ricky in third, Precocity in behind horses in fourth. Scott Scoundrel an ounce. Now Dickie Ricky goes up to the outside. Gonzalez is committed at the rail with Precocity as daylight. Out of the turn into the stretch. From the outside, there's Dickie Ricky, Scott Scoundrel, Precocity cuts the corner, an ounce is now last. Dickie Ricky, Scott Scoundrel, Precocity down along the inside. Precocity, Scott Scoundrel, Dickie Ricky won't go away. 3 in line at the furlong pole. Precocity all out. Dickie Ricky, now Scott Scoundrel back into third. It's down to Precocity or Dickie Ricky. Dickie Ricky from the outside. Precocity gave it up. Dickie Ricky wins the Arklatex in a stunner. Precocity was second. Scott Scoundrel ran third.
Well, for a 4-horse field here, this was a pretty good race, as all the jocks were employing different strategies here to get their runners in the best possible spot and eyeballing each other. But Dickie Ricky and Ron Arduin proved best here by a head in a good stretch battle, sent off at 5-1 as he catches the favorite Precocity at the wire. Precocity sent off at 1-5 and just can't get it done as he has to settle for the place spot. There's our old pal Scott Scoundrel on the board, again finishing third and announced fourth and last in the running. Dickie Ricky for Troy and Lee Young goes the mile and an eighth in Bossier City Saturday in 1:49 1. All right, out to Shakopee, Minnesota. This year's running of the Canterbury Park Derby for 3-year-olds. It's a flat mile on the grass. Purse on this year's Derby is $100,000, guaranteed purse. Money's is Paul Allen describing the action.
Canterbury Derby. And they're racing, and they've broken a line. And Valid Leader is showing speed with American Odyssey. Then we come to Missionary. On the outside is Royal Honor and Shire's End. But with 1 lap to go in the Derby, it's Valid Leader first. After that, we have Cubes Ozzy, 3 lengths from the slow pace and 4 clear from Sibling Song. Around the turn they go. The filly, Valid Leader, leads it. Royal Honor just to her outside. American Odyssey to the inside of Missionary. After that is Shire's End. Those 5 all sandwiched by 3. It's 3/4 back to Cubes Ozzy, and the trailer is Sibling Song. 7 separated by 5 as they go up the Canterbury Park backstretch, and Royal Honor is on even terms with Valid Leader. Missionary in beautiful striking position right now with Francisco Torres just 1.5 lengths off and keeping American Odyssey blocked. After that is Shire's End. She lost a bit of ground. She's 4 off. Cubes Ozzy to her inside, Sibling Song to her outside. Still packed up by 5 with 3/8 to go in the Derby, and Valid Leader is threatening to pull the upset. Royal Honor, Chili to her outside. Missionaries on the attack now. American Odyssey is all dressed up with nowhere to go. Then it's Shire's End, Cubes Ozzy, and Sibling Song around about the quarter pole in the Canterbury Derby. Valid Leader means business. She still leads. Missionary takes aim at her on the outside. Royal Honor calls it a day. Then it's American Odyssey and Shire's End, and up goes Missionary. And Missionary shoots away. Valid Leader is next. Then it's Shire's End, but the class of Missionary was too much. Missionary wins the Canterbury Derby.
Well, Neil Howard and Will Farish send up Missionary to Minnesota, and he just blows the field away by 6 easy lengths there. Francisco Torres on the colt for the Farishes and Howards, a 3-5 shot. Valid Leader and American Odyssey, they're in his wake to get the place and show spots. Missionary getting his 5th career win up in Canterbury, goes the mile on the grass in 1:33.4. All right, all the way out to Auburn, Washington, to Emerald Downs on Sunday afternoon. The Budweiser Emerald Handicap for our older horses, 1.16 miles, $75,000. The guaranteed purse on the Emerald Cap. Rich Geller, our track announcer in Washington, describes the running of the handicap.
It's Kit Katabatic by a length. The Truth is out there on the outside, goes up to challenge. Kit Katabatic now has to respond and does. Kit Katabatic led a length. The Truth is out there on the outside, trying its heart out, but racing past the 16th pole. Kit Katabatic in front of The Truth is out there. Kit Katabatic holds the lead. The Truth is out there lunging, but Kit Katabatic goes on. It'll be in defense of the Long Acres Mile.
Kid Katabatic, the Canadian bred, comes down from the Dominion and wires this field at Emerald Downs for owner-trainer Shona van Ostem. They made it 2-5, so this horse's reputation preceded himself. The Truth is out there. Will be second best here. Funny Tale finishing in the 3rd spot. Kid Katabatic going the 1.16 miles at Emerald Sunday in 1:39.3. All right, let's take our second break here. When we come out the break, we've got the Del Mar action from Saturday and Sunday, and our closing weekend down in New York at Belmont Park. Much more to come, including the San Diego. Don't go away. Be right back after these messages.
There's no feeling quite like having your picture taken in the winner's circle. But owning a racehorse can be a very risky investment. That's where the New York Breeding and Racing Program comes in. Now with $32 million annually in purses and incentives for registered New York breds.
You got a family sport, you got something you really thoroughly enjoy, and you have a chance to really hit it big and get lucky.
You put your money in a CD, boring. You got a racehorse. It's just a lot of enthusiasm, and it's an experience that you won't never forget.
It is the greatest thrill. It's the thrill of a lifetime.
So invest in the thrill of owning a New York bred. They start with an advantage.
All right, at Del Mar on Saturday afternoon, we'll start you off with the 5th race. We've got 3-year-old fillies in this year's running of the San Clemente handicap. We're at a flat mile on the grass. It's $100,000 in guaranteed purse money. Trevor Denman back calling the races in Southern California. Here's his call of the San Clemente.
Feel for the San Clemente, sent on their way to a good beginning. Miss Hot Salsa's quick into stride from the outside gate. Mom's Day in the white blinkers. Tranquility Lake is right there, and there goes YOLO Lady up to race in third. Bang Up Play down at the rail is only 2 lengths off the leaders. Adele getting a spot in mid-pack is 5 off them, been followed by Socket Set. Sochi in the gold colours, third last. In behind that is Country Garden, who's trailing the pack early. And last of all is Cici de Alsace. They head to the 3/4 pole, and Mom's Day goes on. Mom's Day now ensuring a good pace, leads by half a length to Miss Hot Salsa. YOLO Lady's right there in third. Tranquility Lake in the white cap on the outside, and Bang Up Play at the rail is only 3 lengths off the leaders. So she has the gold colours. Adele races between horses, 4.5 off these leaders. Socket Set is down at the rail. Country Garden is keen to go on a tight hold back, second last, 7 off the leaders, and still Cici de Alsace is last. Less than a half mile to go, and Miss Hot Salsa comes to put the pressure on Mom's Day. Those two lead into the turn from YOLO Lady. Tranquility Lake starting to make headway fourth. Bang Up Players fifth at the rail, then Adele, and Country Garden now winding up in the orange. Country Garden starting to pick up ground at the top of the lane. Mom's Day in the white blinkers, still the leader to Miss Hot Salsa. Tranquility Lake in the white cap in with a big shot. Country Garden in the orange, and extreme outside. Cici de Alsace is coming late. YOLO Lady too, it's wide open. Miss Hot Salsa in front. Country Garden, Cici de Alsace late on the outside. Here's the wire, close between those two.
Cici de Alsace making her first start here in the United States, coming over from France, gets the victory in the San Clemente on Saturday by a nose, sent off at 40-1. Cha-ching! $84.80. Mercy, how could you let one of these foreign runners go off at that price? Corey Nakatani in the irons. Miss Hot Salsa was second best, just missing in the bob there. Tranquility Lake finishing the show spot. Cici de Alsace going the flat mile on the Del Mar lawn in 1:34.4. The 8th race on Del Mar's Saturday card, this year's running of the Grade 3 San Diego handicap, 1.1/16 the distance. The purse, originally $150,000 guaranteed money, but bumped up an extra $100,000 with the hopes of snaring Silver Charm to get him back to the races. Let's take a look at this year's San Diego. Is Trevor Denman with the call.
They're all set. And away they go in the San Diego handicap. Silver Charm breaking beautifully in the center of the track, but there goes Mud Route at the rail to take over. Mud Route in front, Silver Charm second. The pace is honest early on. Hell's Pell's going to be hooked a little wide into the turn. Ayrton S has settled down fourth, and Benchmark, as expected, couldn't go with him early. He's last, 7 lengths off the leaders. Past the 3/4 pole they go, and Chris McCarron and Mud Route taking them along in a good style out here. They're going at good pace. They lead it by nearly 2 lengths. Gary Stevens has Silver Charm tucked in the second spot, just trucking Mac Route onto the backstretch. Hell's Pal is racing in third. Then a gap of 4 to Ayrton S as Benchmark runs up on the outside of him. They have 5/8 of a mile to go, and Mud Route still winging out here, leads it by a length now. Silver Charm is right there in the second spot, and Hell's Pal racing on the outside of him. Ayrton S in the white blinkers is only 4 lengths off the leaders, and Benchmark is up on his outside. The 5 of them bunched as they run into the far turn in the San Diego handicap. It's Mud Route in front. Silver Charm now gets the reins thrown at him and has to pick it up to come after them, but Silver Charm is laboring, is not going to fire today. Something wrong with Silver Charm. He's going to run last. He's gone. They come to the top of the lane, and Mud Route is well clear. And Mud Route cornering wide. He's clear by 4. Benchmark and Hell's Pal to chase him home. But it's Mud Route out here moving like a winner. And Mud Route showing the class that he has under Chris McCarron as he comes home stylishly. He could go around again. They wouldn't catch Mud Route today. Mud Route wins easy from Hell's Pal.
Well, we got a San Diego Dazzler and a San Diego Dud. Mudroot is the Dazzler as he rolls home by 6 lengths. Chris in the irons. This guy's been facing the best handicap horses all year long and finally shows what he can do for trainer Ron McAnally as he gets the victory in the San Diego. Hal's Pal was second, Benchmark was third, and the 2-5 favorite, Silver Charm, is the dud in the race. He did bleed a little bit through his medication, but Bob Baffert was more concerned with the after effects of the antibiotics that forced him to miss the Hollywood race a couple of weeks back. And now it's uncertain, but most probably we won't see Silver Charm until either late fall or early winter, as he'll have a long rest. But Mudroot, he's not going to get a rest. Trainer Ron says we'll most probably see him in the Pacific Classic as he gets the San Diego mile and a 16th in 1:41 seconds flat. Sunday's feature in 8th race. Sunday's feature at Del Mar, crack sprinters going in the Bing Crosby handicap. Bing Crosby, one of the founding fathers of the Del Mar Thoroughbred Club. They're going 6 furlongs, $200,000 in added purse monies on the Bing Crosby. Let's take a look at him again. Trevor's got the call for.
And where to go? Broken up. Perfect line. Son of a Pistol in the white is out very fast. The Exeter Man in the gold colors is right there, and so is Mr. Double Down on the inside. This Nearly Was Mine, extreme outside, now runs up alongside of the leaders too. Innovative kicking through down at the rail in the red sleeves. Son of a Pistol couldn't keep up. He's dropped back into 5th, 4 lengths off them. Then Boundless Moment, and last a long way is Gold Land. They've run past the half-mile pole, 4 of them in a line. Innovative down at the rail. Mr. Double Down alongside of him. The Exeter Man in the gold colors, and This Nearly Was Mine on the outside. 4 in a straight line up front. A gap of 5 to Son of a Pistol. Boundless Moment has 10 lengths to make up, and Gold Land is starting to pick it up from last. They come to the top of the lane. This Nearly Was Mine on the outside. Innovative at the rail. Mr. Double Down in the blinkers, and the Exeter Man. Now Son of a Pistol's coming fast, and here comes Son of a Pistol, and Gold Land is flying from last. Son of a Pistol in the white, Gold Land on the extreme outside, but Son of a Pistol's flying, and Son of a Pistol, a huge effort from him. Son of a Pistol could not have been more impressive. He wins the Bing Crosby from Gold Land.
Well, we've seen Son of a Pistol on many occasions here. They made him even money, and he just blows this field away by 4 lengths. Alex Solis in the irons for trainer Bruce Headley. This son of Big Pistol says, see ya to the rest of this field. Gold Land, best he can do is finish up in the 2nd spot, and then we had Boundless Moment checking in for the show money. Son of a Pistol flashes the 6 furlongs in 1:08 on the button. All right, from Del Mar, let's come back to New York and close out the spring-summer Belmont meeting with the final leg of this year's Triple Tiara for our 3-year-old fillies. Coaching Club American Oaks moved back in distance to original 1.5 miles. It had run at 1.25 miles the past several years, now back to 1.5 miles. $300,000 on the line here. Let's take a look at these sophomore gals go once around the main track down at Belmont Park. Here's Tom with the call.
And they're off. Hansel's Girl breaks with Best Friend Stroh. Sweet and Lovely is away 3rd. And then Keeper Hill and Banshee Breeze. The early trailer will be Starry Lake. The field moving for the clubhouse turn, and Best Friend Stroh will be the early pacemaker. Sweet and Lovely right up close to her. Hansel's Girl tucked away in behind. Banshee Breeze caught 3 wide going round the first turn. Keeper Hill is only 4 or 5 lengths from the early lead, and Starry Lake trails the field as Best Friend Stroh steps away from the field early by 3 as they round the first turn. The opening quarter went in 24 3/5 seconds. Best Friend Stroh out there on the lead. Erin Grader trying to nurse that speed along. She's out there by 3.5 lengths. Sweet and Lovely running in 2nd, and Hansel's Girl is allowed to lay back in 3rd position. Banshee Breeze is running comfortably, unhurried, 6 or 7 lengths from Best Friend Stroh. Keeper Hill, the big favorite, down on the inside of Starry Lake. They begin that long run down the Belmont backstretch after an opening 1/2 mile in a comfortable 49 1/5 seconds. Best Friend Stroh in front. Now mild pressure coming from Sweet and Lovely running in second. Banshee Breeze in a good spot just on the outside of Hansel's Girl. Keeper Hill remains on the inside. Keeper Hill inside 2 horses with 6 furlongs to go. A break of 5 back to Starry Lake, the trailer, as they continue their run down the backstretch. 3/4 went in 1:14 and 2. The field moving into the far turn and the field bunching up. Best Friend Stroh, the leader, by a length. Sweet and Lovely running in second. Banshee Breeze is third. Keeper Hill running along in 4th position on the inside of Banshee Breeze. 2 lengths back to Hansel's Girl. It's another 4 to Starry Lake as they round the far turn now. Best Friend Stroh still there. Banshee Breeze revving up on the far outside. Sweet and Lovely is making a move for the lead. Keeper Hill remains in behind horses with 3 furlongs to go. Moving toward the top of the stretch. Unseating the jockey there. Unseating the jockey, Sweet and Lovely. Sweet and Lovely unseating the jockey, forcing Starry Lake to pull up, and Hansel's Girl has also pulled up. 3 remaining in contention here as after that incident on the far turn. It's Banshee Breeze, and she's in a full-out drive now, and Keeper Hill is moving to her as they come to the 8th pole. And these 2 favorites hook up with 1 furlong to go in this 1.5 mile classic. Banshee Breeze holding on tenaciously to the lead. Keeper Hill is full out, and these 2 fillies fighting bravely down to the line. Banshee Breeze and Keeper Hill. It's very close, and Banshee Breeze prevails by a neck over
Banshee Breeze gets a little bit of revenge here over rival Keeper Hill. These 2 have faced each other in the Kentucky Oaks and the Mother Goose. Keeper Hill, of course, winner of the Kentucky Oaks and then second in the Mother Goose. Banshee Breeze was second in the Oaks and third in the Mother Goose. They made her 9-5. Keeper Hill went off the favorite 3-5. And Banshee Breeze, pretty resolute there, just wouldn't let Keeper Hill catch her and go by her. Jerry Bailey, an excellent job of riding there. Best Friend Stroh checks in for the 3rd spot. The race unfortunately marred by the demise of Sweet and Lovely midway the turn there. Banshee Breeze going the 1.5 mile, very tough distance for these 3-year-old fillies in 2:31 and 2. Closing day at Belmont, we had Statebreds going postward in the Evan Shipman handicap. $50,000 in guaranteed purse monies. 1 1/16 miles the distance. Let's take a look at him. Is Tom with the call.
And now they're at the head of the stretch with Saratoga Sunrise leading. More to Tell driving on the outside. It's Saratoga Sunrise holding the lead. More to Tell is second. 3 lengths to Bahama Boy, then Mr. Grouch in Blue Instrument. 1/8 mile to the wire. Saratoga Sunrise on the inside with the lead. More to Tell on the outside is second. Inside the 16th pole, Saratoga Sunrise 1.5 lengths, and Saratoga Sunrise takes the Evan Shipman. More to Tell was second. Bahama.
Well, if there ever was a hunch bet on Sunday at Belmont, this was it. Saratoga Sunrise, I guess so. Sent off at 8-5, so I guess a lot of people were thinking along those lines. Gets the 2 lengths, go off a trainer, Rich Schosberg. Went to the front, never looked back, this son of Personal Flag. Pretty nice Statebred here. Robbie Davis was up on the runner. More to Tell from Gasper's Barn, still racing this late in the year. Comes on and gets second. Bahama Boy finishing in the show spot. The disappointment, of course, Jim Bond's Mr. Grouch, who also ran in the race. Saratoga Sunrise, yes indeed, nice place to see him next time around. Going the 1.16 miles in 1:43 and 3. Okay, that takes care of the replay action for this week, the day before the start of this year's Saratoga season. Now let's get into our notes department and check on the races we'll have for you on the program next week. Of course, we will update you from Wednesday to Monday on the Saratoga scenes, so that means next week we'll start you off with the Schuylerville for the 2-year-old fillies, the Sanford, the Bernard Baruch, the Test Stakes from Saturday afternoon, the Go for One on Sunday, the Lake George on Monday. So we'll keep you up to date on every single stakes race run during the season. Around the country, we've got the Salvador Mile down at Monmouth Park. We'll probably see Tail of the Cat back to the races, and he might use that race perhaps as a springboard to some better handicap races, perhaps the Eastland later on. Also, we'll take a look at the Del Mar action. We've got the two twin turf races, the Eddie Reed for the boys and the Ramona for the gals out at Del Mar. Both very, very important turf events on the calendar. Over at the Rock, we've got the Spicy Living handicap for our fillies and mares on the Rockingham lawn. Down at Delaware, we've got the Caesar Rodney handicap, good turf race there. Remington will have the Great West Stakes, and we'll take a look at the Ellis action for you as well. So another good week coming up, highlighted, of course, by all of the Saratoga racing action, the summer place to be. Hope you enjoyed the program. That puts a cap on things for this week. As always, stay tuned right here to your OTB TV radio network station, where you get the most complete coverage in thoroughbred racing. Till next week, Jack Wolfesheed here. So long, everybody. We'll see you up at the races.